Coming up on the Sports Desk, the El Camino Warriors were riding a hot streak for the ages 2 months ago. Now they're backed into a corner looking for that old mojo. Meanwhile, the ladies on the Diamond sprint through the finish line. They've been on the fence all season long, and today we find out which side they'll finally land on in the season finale. Plus, one of Torrance's own battles through the challenge of a lifetime. What's waiting for him on the other end is exactly what he loved doing to begin with. All that's coming up right here on the Sports Desk. What's up, Torrance? Glad to have you here another week on the Sports Desk. Let's just jump right into it. We've spent a lot of time keeping tabs on the top of the Pioneer League baseball standings, but that's mostly because the top is literally always packed. Through 3 weeks of league play, one game in the win column stands between 4 teams and the first place spot. Coincidentally, all 3 of Torrance's Pioneer League squads are right in the thick of that race, just like a year ago. Today, Valerie Ortega checks in with the dark horse in the standings, the North Saxons.
North Baseball got back into a groove when their timely hitting was a factor in their big win against the Seawolves.
The pretty big factor is all the hitting and the great defense. And since I was pitching, I had a lot of good D behind me, and that really gives me a lot of confidence to throw strikes. Even when I'm struggling, I feel like I've got a good enough defense to just do what I do.
Well, we had a lot of key hits. I think we scored 6 runs in an inning. I think 5 of them came with 2 outs, so 2 out base hits were key for us.
Just getting the timely hits at the right time. Goda had a big game for us. Alex came in late and got a big 2-run triple for us. Just timely hitting. That's something we've been struggling at all year. But, trying to take today as a confidence builder and, get things back on track because, we struggled in league early and we still have time to make it up. And hopefully this is a game we needed to get us back on track.
The Saxons have had a back-and-forth season this year, but after blowing out Pacifica Christian, they hope to have gained confidence and some momentum going into the rest of the season.
This is really big for us because we're sort of up and down, but right now since we got a good key win, especially with a lot of runs going to league next week, that I think it'll carry on.
Well, it always helps to win against any team, so we always like to have fun out here and just go out and do what we can and play 110%, and we're going to go into league knowing that we can beat a lot of teams.
North looks to keep up this play with league games coming up in hopes of making it to the playoffs.
Good pitching, good defense. The hitting will come. Good pitching, good defense. That's our main point.
We got to win. We stubbed our toes against Lawndale and Centennial. We split against them. You pretty much need to sweep. Generally it's okay when you play the South Torrance and El Segundo to split with them, but we got to try and sweep. That we got to win out basically.
We just got to keep playing as best as we can. We got to keep the defense up, the pitching, the hitting, and I'm pretty sure with this team we can do a lot, and we'll do a lot of damage in the future.
From North, this is Valerie Ortega reporting for the Sports Desk.
Thank you, Valerie. Now, of course, it's the tightest race in spring sports, so we're obviously going to give you the lowdown on our other Torrance baseball squads in the Pioneer League right now. First up, the Tartars did everybody a favor, including themselves, by sweeping El Segundo in their league series last week. Torrance and Gundale have either shared or taken the Pioneer League title now for the past 7 seasons, so Coach Ollie Turner's boys get a major leg up on their rivals. They needed 8 innings to decide the second game of their 2-game series. Dominic Haynes came through with the deciding hit, a 3-run double, to complete the come-from-behind victory. But that wasn't all. An impressive win over a tough Lakewood team over the weekend has the Tartars turning some heads now in the South Bay's prep baseball scene. Meanwhile, the South Spartans are keeping pace after sweeping Lawndale. They allowed more than 2 runs just twice through the month of April. So pitching and defense doing big things at South High right now. They'll put it to those North Saxons this week, meaning we get to dig just a little deeper into these Pioneer League standings. Over in the Bay League, West had a tough week, dropping 2 of 3. Luckily, the one win came against Bay League leader Peninsula. It actually moves them into a tie with the Panthers for first place. They fell behind early in Game 2 of the series by a 2-0 score, eventually coming back to force extras and earn the extra innings win. Now they take on Redondo this week. Okay, everybody, that's all your prep baseball news, but we've still got the latest on the El Camino Warriors baseball team coming right up. plus the ladies on the diamond rounding out their regular season as well.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
Oh dear, I can't afford that.
Charge it. You can pay it off later.
Not so fast, credit card guy.
Savings Man.
Don't let him entice you, ma'am. Credit card guy can lead you to big trouble. You need a savings plan.
You're right, Savings Man.
Get this ballpark estimate worksheet at choosetosave.org. It will help you get started.
Gee, thanks, Savings Man.
No, thank you.
So visit choosetosave.org and get your ballpark estimate today.
Hi, welcome back to the Sports Desk. 2 months ago, we were talking about the El Camino Warriors being the hottest baseball team in SoCal when they went from being a 500 team to owning one of the lowest ERAs in the state. There was a stretch where winning just looked easy over at Elko, but since their 13-3 run that extended from mid-February through all of March, managing just 5 wins in the month of April now has the Warriors backed into a corner with the walls closing in on them. Colin Kushner has that story.
Frustration was in the air as the Warriors lost to Long Beach City College in what seemed like a difficult ending for a team that won 22 games. Hey, let's go, the SEC rivalry was close until the Viking Bats came alive, putting up 10 runs in the final 3 innings to roll to a 12-2 victory.
Today's game was really tough, but we did everything we could. We grinded out every inning, and it just didn't go in our favor today.
Going into the final regular season series against the Vikings, the Warriors were in charge of their own playoff destiny. But after going 0-3 this week, they are now on the outside, looking in. El Camino got the help they needed to advance to postseason play. They were tabbed the final seed and will take on Mount San Antonio College in a single elimination game this Tuesday. A win against the Mounties will put the Warriors in the Southern California regional bracket. But after a tough final week of the regular season, Coach Fernley and his team have some things to work on.
The last 2 games, we lost one in the 12th and then a walk-off game in the 9th. And those were difficult. And it came down to some little things. And it's really just kind of refining what we've tried to do all year and hopefully, batten down the hatch a little bit on that.
This will be the Warriors' first postseason appearance since 2012, when they were only 3 wins away from the state Final Four. From Warrior Field, this is Colin Kushner reporting for the Sports Desk.
Now, meanwhile, over on Elko's other diamond, the ladies in Warrior Blue have had a very different ride. We've watched them sit around the 500 mark all season long. They've never had a streak winning or losing longer than 2 games, meaning every single week, we've looked at Elaine Martinez's squad, curious of which side of the fence they'd land on in the end. Well, the end is here, so Colin Kushner is here again to write the definitive end on the 2014 Warriors. Was it a success, or will they head back to the drawing board for 2015?
A little post-game celebration took place as the El Camino College softball team beat Long Beach City College in their final game of the regular season. El Camino put together a 5-run 3rd inning and captured their first winning season since 2008.
Yeah, we're known for going through those little rallies, and it helped a lot that we kept it going, and everyone contributed to it, so it was a good thing.
The Warriors finished the 2014 campaign with an overall record of 19-18, a steady improvement from previous seasons. However, they will not make the postseason and look to make the jump next year.
Last year our goal was 20-win mark. All the teams that made playoffs last year had a 20-win mark for the season, so that was the goal. We came up just a bit short. We're so close to it. I think next year if we can hit that 20-win mark and beat a couple more big teams, we're in it. So we're knocking on the door right now.
During Coach Martinez's first season with the Warriors, they went 7-28. This season, they finished 12 wins above that 2011 mark and look to keep working hard this offseason.
I think we're just going to work harder. We have a lot of our players coming back and recruiting some more, so I think it'll go to good.
I'm going to take the hard work ethic and work even harder, hopefully, so we can improve it even more.
With most of the team returning and some new recruits coming in, Warrior Softball is poised to make a run next season. From El Camino College, this is Colin Kushner reporting for the SportsDesk.
Thanks for those stories, Colin. We talked earlier in the season about the baseball squad's roster being dominated by freshmen. Well, apparently it's a campus trend. The softball Warriors suited up 13 freshmen this season, 4 of them from Torrance schools. So like Colin said, there should be a good foundation to build on for next season so Elko can hit that 20-win mark. Amongst those probable returners, shortstop Victoria Garcia, who was named first team All-South Coast Conference. She was the conference batting champ, literally raking at a 574 batting average in conference games. Probably the most impressive stat in Garcia's season, though. She had just 3 strikeouts. And in track and field, the men and women each placed third at the South Coast Conference Track and Field Conference Championships. Over the weekend, the Warriors qualified in a combined 31 individual events and all relays for the Southern California Championships, with some possible at-large qualifiers that could get thrown into the mix too. Chris Street won the men's individual conference championship in the shot put. All right, everybody, we got one more break now. Coming up, our last story of the week is a good one. It's not about standings or who's going into the Pioneer League or Bay League playoffs, but it does prove our belief that everybody has a great story. Stick around.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.